Did you know that China, a country known for its rich history and towering achievements in technology, also hides some of the world's most tightly controlled and controversial secrets? A place of vast progress and ancient traditions, China is filled with stories that most will never hear, stories that reveal both the allure and the hidden challenges of life there. Today, we'll take you beneath the surface to uncover China's lesser-known truths, from extreme work demands to social pressures, from food scandals to the restrictions placed on basic freedoms. And stay tuned till the end because we've got an unexpected fact that may just leave you speechless. So let's dive in. In China, freedom of speech is more than a simple concept. It's a carefully managed system where every word is monitored. The BBC noted that the Chinese government controls nearly all forms of media, from TV to online platforms, and keeps a close watch on public opinion. Social media posts, blogs, and even private chats are tracked through a vast network of surveillance cameras and digital monitoring systems. A single comment critical of government policy could lead to severe repercussions. Individuals who speak out against the state may face accusations of spreading rumors or disturbing public order, resulting in penalties that range from fines to detainment. Everyday life under such conditions is shaped by a sense of caution. Many people self-censor, avoiding sensitive topics or discussions that could be interpreted as criticism. Conversations are adjusted, social media posts are edited, and personal thoughts are often kept private. This controlled environment means that even everyday freedoms are limited, influencing how people interact and express themselves. In China, social expectations also play a large role, especially when it comes to marriage. According to Wild China, every weekend in Shanghai's People's Park, families gather at the marriage market, holding handwritten profiles of their unmarried children. These profiles detail everything from age and job to education and financial stability. Parents and grandparents walk the park, seeking potential matches for their children based on specific criteria, from job stability to home ownership. For many, marriage is seen as both a personal choice and a social duty. There's pressure to find a spouse who meets family expectations, and this sometimes clashes with younger generations' focus on career and independence. As more young people choose to prioritize work and self-development, some families worry this delay could disrupt traditional values. The Shanghai marriage market illustrates the complex balance between personal freedom and family expectations in modern China. Forbes highlighted that in China's fast-growing tech industry, work demands reach extremes through what's known as the 996 culture, working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. While some see this schedule as a symbol of dedication and economic drive, it often comes at a high personal cost. Long hours lead to burnout, exhaustion, and in severe cases, serious health issues. Workers find themselves sacrificing family time, personal interests, and sometimes even their well-being just to keep up. Although some legal challenges have highlighted the negative impacts of the 996 culture, change has been slow. The intense demand to stay late, meet targets, and maintain productivity remains. This extreme work culture reflects the broader struggle between rapid economic growth and the human cost of productivity, a challenge that is yet to find a solution. Before we move on, remember to like this video if you're enjoying our deep dive into China's hidden stories. Subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated with more unique content from around the world. Your support means a lot, and we've got even more eye-opening content lined up for you. Food safety in China has been a significant issue for years. According to Quality Assurance and Food Safety, rapid industrial growth has led to some questionable practices, and there have been multiple reports of counterfeit or substandard food products. Items like synthetic rice, chemically treated meats, and imitation eggs have made headlines. Some of these products contain fillers or artificial additives that pose health risks, especially when consumed over long periods. The government has made attempts to improve food safety standards, but inconsistent enforcement allows these practices to continue in smaller factories. This issue has hurt China's reputation internationally as foreign consumers become wary of products labeled "Made in China." The risks extend beyond just economics. They affect public health and consumer trust both within and outside China's borders. China's policies on cultural and religious practices have been widely discussed, particularly in regions like Xinjiang and Tibet. Recent reports show that ethnic minorities such as the Uyghurs in Xinjiang face restrictions that limit the expression of their cultural and religious identities. Reports indicate that these communities experience intense monitoring, forced cultural integration programs, and restrictions on practices like religious schooling. These measures have drawn international concern and led to discussions about human rights and cultural preservation. For those affected, the sense of identity and belonging is challenged, and their traditions and beliefs face regulations that feel like an attempt to dilute their cultural roots. China's rapid urban growth has led to significant inequality, especially in cities like Beijing. While some residents enjoy luxury apartments and high-end services, many low-income workers and migrants face harsh living conditions. Rural migrants often live in cramped housing far from city centers, with limited access to quality schools, healthcare, and other essential services. This inequality is partly enforced by the Hukou system, a household registration system that categorizes people based on their place of origin. The Borgen Project stated that the Hukou system restricts access to services for rural migrants, reinforcing a divide between urban residents and those who have moved to cities in search of better opportunities. This divide creates visible inequalities within cities and raises questions about fairness and social mobility in an increasingly modernized society. China's industrial expansion has brought environmental issues that directly impact residents. Air pollution is a significant concern, especially in large cities like Beijing, where smog often covers the skyline, according to Al Jazeera. This pollution is largely due to coal reliance and increased car use, both of which contribute to poor air quality. For Beijing's residents, polluted air means health risks such as respiratory problems and heart disease. On particularly bad days, children and the elderly are advised to stay indoors to reduce exposure. The government has made efforts to address pollution, promoting electric vehicles and reducing coal use. But achieving clean air remains a challenge in densely populated urban areas. One of China's most talked about methods of control is the social credit system, which scores citizens based on their behavior. Business Insider highlighted that actions that align with state policies can raise a person's score, while violations can lead to restrictions. A high score might grant access to loans, job opportunities, or travel privileges, while a low score can prevent access to these benefits. The system affects how people behave in their daily lives, as many avoid topics or activities that could impact their score. This creates a society where individuals are mindful of every action, not just for social approval, but for literal access to basic freedoms. The social credit system is a unique example of how technology can influence individual behavior on a massive scale. China's influence on global technology is growing, particularly through its Digital Silk Road initiative. Through this program, China provides digital infrastructure like high-speed internet and surveillance systems to other countries, mostly in Asia and Africa. These tools help nations develop their tech capabilities but also introduce models of centralized information control. This export of surveillance technology, according to CNBC, raises concerns about privacy and information freedom worldwide. As more countries adopt these systems, there's a potential shift in global standards, with more governments gaining the ability to monitor and control information within their borders. One of China's most puzzling developments is its rise of ghost cities, empty urban centers filled with high-rise apartments and shopping complexes but lacking residents. These cities were built rapidly during a real estate boom, with developers hoping for higher returns as urbanization increased. However, rising property prices have made housing in these areas inaccessible to many, leaving large sections of these cities unoccupied. These ghost cities are a symbol of speculative growth gone wrong. They raise concerns about sustainability and economic stability as China continues to navigate the challenges of rapid urban development. As we conclude our journey through China's hidden sides, we've explored everything from social restrictions and work demands to environmental concerns and global influence. China is a country of contrasts, a place of intense growth that comes with equally intense challenges. But here's the bonus fact we promised. Did you know that China has one of the world's most ambitious facial recognition networks, capable of identifying and tracking millions of individuals in real time? This vast system plays a major role in their surveillance strategies, reflecting how technology and control are intertwined. If you found this dive into China's complexities interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're ready for another eye-opening eye-opening journey, join us for our next video where we'll explore a country grappling with the impact of immigration, seeing how cultural shifts have reshaped its major cities. We'll see you there. Don't miss it.